Knock knock.
Who's there?
NF1.
NF1 who?
Exactly, and that is going to be our topic of this podcast today. So welcome to our very first NF1 podcast that's going to be uploaded to the NF1 YouTube or something like that, maybe our socials and everything. I am your host, Nachoz, and I'm here with these amazing two people, Noah.
Hola, ¿cómo estáis?
And Dinoz.
Dinoz.
Say.
Ew.
So, we're gonna start off with a very, very blunt question. I don't know if blunt's the right term for it, but
Blunt is the exact right word.
Seeing as though me and Dinoz are not exactly the OGest of OGs out on this server, we're gonna be asking you, Noah, how did NF1 start?
Okay, sure. I first of all want to put out there that this is not a interview of like the world's biggest entertainment system coming. This is just a start of whatever. But NF1 for real was just like me and I think 5 people. I was sort of like, I didn't really care about it. It was just a Discord server that a bunch of me and my friends created. It wasn't something that was meant to become a gaming channel, a whatever you want to call it, brand. But I was the only one that wanted to keep it alive. A lot of my friends that started, they're like, it's stupid, it's cringy, let's just throw it out. Let's just rename a server. So I decided, I want to keep it. It's a great idea. So me and I believe it was 3 other people, Alpha, Logan, and Beast. And we decided, let's just make a server, we'll keep it going. And yeah, it's kind of really how it started.
And then I believe we all know how we met each other, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
I believe.
So yeah, me and Noah, we kind of met on Fortnite, which is very funny. We met through a guy named Ajixa. Shout out to that guy. So we met, and basically the first thing that happened when we encountered each other was we were wearing the same skin.
It was right about the time when like the Fortnite skin, the NFL, whatever came up together.
The NFL skins came out, and I thought it was really cool. Like coming out of my head, it was really cool to see someone else wearing not only the same skin but the same team as well. So we like pretty much instantly connected.
Yeah.
And then I'm not so sure how Dinoz came into the situation.
I was watching a streamer, probably a little older than I was, he was like 15 or something, and Nova, he got into a random duo match with him, and I joined Nova's stream, and I haven't left since.
Yeah, man,
I just had it tabbed the whole time,
I don't know, it kind of started out as him, like, he became one of my mods. He was one of my best mods. He was always in the streams until we like started actually playing together. It was no longer just a mod streamer relationship. It was kind of just like friends. That was cool.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to make friends online nowadays, especially, now during times like these. I won't mention exactly what is going on, but I'm pretty sure everybody gets the gist of what's going on.
We get demonetized if we do.
Yeah. I feel like nowadays, or in the past, people used to look at online relationships or online friends as something that it isn't really a friendship, or it isn't really a deep and meaningful whatever. But I'm gonna be honest, since the whole pandemic happened, I feel like people are starting to realize that if they're talking to their friends online constantly, or their classmates or whatever it is, it's the same people. It's not different. And so yes, you can't see them or physically hear their voices in real life, but other than that, it's pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah, pretty much for me, all through like elementary and middle school and stuff like that, just it seemed like the majority of the world had like frowned upon internet friendships or just gaming in general. Just there was always the 2 groups that were always colliding with each other, and now that everybody's kind of stuck at home, it feels to me more like there's a change of heart for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's like you can't really leave your house unless you're just trying to get supplies and stuff like that, and now it's just kind of changed. I don't know if it's for the better, but it's definitely nice to know that these 2 groups are now, instead of oil and water, they're more like salt and water. They can
mix. They can
kinda-
mix. Maybe not the
They
best.
10 out of
They
10
can mix,
analogy.
but it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
All right, so given as though we had all met in gaming, that should mean that that's pretty much what we do, right?
Basically.
We play video games and we have fun. It's the one thing we all have in common. I feel like every single person I've met playing video games, that's the one major connection, the one link between people. Because I feel like you meet somebody in real life, and maybe you like go on a date, you go to the bar or whatever, and you may not have that many similarities, but when you're in a gaming interaction, I feel like there's one thing that is like there, and it's sort of like 90% of what's going to be talked about is gaming, and so it gives like a huge conversation starter. It kind of builds friendships really fast.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, on that note, I feel like even though we do play video games, there is a big difference between games. I know that I used to be the biggest fan of Fortnite. I'm now big on COD, big on Tarkov. I still love Fortnite. I think we, to some extent, maybe not you Sharpshot, but to some extent we all sort of have this love-hate relationship with the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
I have a love-hate relationship with any kind of shooter game, so that's just kind of... But the way I see it, gaming is kind of like how TV shows work. Like, each of them are different on their own. Each of them have a different storyline. Maybe it doesn't have a
Yes.
storyline at all.
Yes.
And there's different genres, and if you're a horror fan, you may not like a romantic, you know?
Yeah.
I
That's
don't think I've
kinda-
ever
that-
come
that's a
across
great-
a
that's a
romantic
great analogy,
video
yeah.
game in my life, like ever.
Try dating sims, bud.
Fair.
So,
fair.
but yeah, it's the way I see it. It's just kind of like, I don't know. My analogies are pretty bad sometimes, but hopefully this one's not that bad.
I feel like from now onwards, everybody can see you as the weird analogy guy.
The
From-
weird analogy guy. That's
From water and oil to water and salt to dating and video games. I feel like there's a big difference, but
okay.
We get your
Listen,
point.
that doesn't mean you should just go play a dating sim and say that you have a new you know.
new perspective on it.
Mhm.
But yeah,
But,
man,
Yeah.
I feel like we're all in the same community, sort of all in NF1, but we kind of do our separate thing, and once in a while we'll collide. I feel like I tried to get you into Tarkov, didn't work out so well. It's a tough game. Fortnite, we had a moment, we had a spark, where we tried.
We had about a solid year
We had a solid year.
of playing it, and then Mex came out, and then everything was ruined.
Yeah, I mean Dinoz still plays Fortnite with me every once in a while.
Well, yeah, Dinoz
Yeah.
does. I also taught him. I'm his sensei.
I will
Sensei.
clap you now, though.
Well, let's not get too hasty, Chuck Norris.
Okay, buddy.
But I feel like we all.
I'm the Bruce Lee to this story.
That's where if you say Jackie Chan in the next 3 sentences, I'm gonna slit your throat.
Well, you know, fighter to fighter, gamer to gamer, Jackie Chan to Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
We're all kind of different. All of us have our own styles, and at the end of the day, the ones that really win are the most creative with how they play.
Exactly.
That's how it's taken me a really long time to really figure that out. That to be a good gamer, you have to not only use the skills you've learned from previous times at the specific game you're trying to play and get better at, but you have to be very mindful that everybody else pretty much knows the same things that you do.
Yeah.
So you need to combine those things that you've learned and make something new with it.
Yeah, in all honesty, when like I hear a lot of, I don't want to say the older generation of gamers, but like people that are usually over the age of 20, their excuse, I don't want to make a big deal of it, but their excuse for not being able to play Fortnite as well as the young competitors is they sort of mix and match their past experiences of gaming with modern gaming. And I feel like something that the younger generation has been able to do, especially with Fortnite, is instead of just relying on one skill, they'll try to take all their past experience from different games, mix and match it together, and sort of make that their one skill. Whereas I feel like the older generation has seen it as, I don't have good reaction time. I don't have one specific skill as good as them, you know?
Right.
Whereas in reality, everybody has their weaknesses, but they still figure a way to figure it out, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, I think we're here to talk about NF1, and I have to say, I'm not sure where I want to take it at this point in time. I feel like it's right at the time when people are starting to join a little bit more. People are taking it a little more seriously. I would love to do great things with it. I'd love to maybe start merchandise, or maybe like come up with some cool stuff and make a brand, you know, like a clothing brand. Make it more than just sort of merchandise, like, oh, this is my favorite streamer. But
I've been kind of going at it with Sharpshot with the merchandise. We just need to find a affordable way to do it.
Yeah.
Then we got like middle school, high school, and like almost college students. Like, there's no way. Like, no, you don't have the money to do all that.
yeah,
You can't just like say you want to do something. Just go buy
that's where
it
the
all,
grind
you know?
starts. That's where the grind starts.
Yeah, that's where the grind comes in. You know, you have to, I guess, prioritize certain things over others, even in the NF1 organization, not just in life in general. You know.
Yeah, it's you need a business mind, I have to say, because I don't want us to just be like another phase where it's gaming priority, and then you have some people that join that are not all about gaming, rather something else. I want it to just be like one big brand, you know?
I think if we are going to attempt to make a merchandise brand, what we first need to do is we 100% need popularity. And in order to obtain that, we have to really get the word out. Kind of to like what we are intending to do and how we need to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna take time. The grind starts with sitting down, taking time out of your day, and working on it. You can't just expect to happen.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah. And that's the thing. What I want to do with this brand is I don't want it to be. I want everybody involved to be able to put something into it, to work hard, and to create something better. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel you.
Which we have started. We got someone new. We got Honey Bunch's Dino's friend. Great video editor. I'm happy, man. I've had a bunch of video editors in the past, and they've kind of done okay stuff. But in all honesty, Honey Bunches has pulled a string out of my heart,
good,
man.
yeah.
He's really
With an iPhone 6.
Yeah, he's
With
doing it
an
on a
iPhone
freaking
6,
iPhone 6. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm really excited.
Speaking of which, if nobody who is watching this podcast currently right now, if nobody has actually seen that first info video and then the montage that he had just released, I recommend you go watch it. It's some of our really good clips that we have. It's not very long, but we will eventually be having
Put it in
more
the
of those
video
clips.
description.
Right. We will have that in the description below.
Description down below.
And make sure when you go into that description, just above it is a little button. It's red, says subscribe. And then turn on notifications, because we are going to be attempting, I don't know what exactly our plan is, to kind of add videos. Maybe it's like a weekly thing or something.
Yeah, I want to put it out there. I know that a lot of gaming communities, and not like you can leave gaming out of it, just in brands in general. There's the thing of having multiple YouTube channels, and it's hard to find videos. And so I feel like something we could possibly do is add all the NF1 stuff in one YouTube channel. Make it simple, make it fast. You can create playlists, put it in there. But yeah, I think it'll be great. Like I said, we just gotta sit down and figure it out. That's all it is.
It's true. Takes time.
All right, and then any final thoughts? Coming up to the end of this podcast right here.
Yeah, feel free to join us. NF1 isn't like a community where you have to sign up, see if you get it. We just want people. We just want people to join, have fun, build a fun community. Play with each other, play video games.
If you want to join our Discord, that link will also be in the description. And yeah, we'd love to see you guys come around. If you have any questions and stuff for us to answer, maybe in the next video, be sure to leave a comment about that kinds of stuff. And yeah, any last things you guys want to input? Maybe have the last laugh. No. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, this has been fun. This is our first episode of the podcast. Maybe a weekly upload of something like that.
Short, sweet, and simple.
Short, sweet, and simple. A little informative, kind of like the first 2 info videos of this channel. But yeah.
Like the video, share, sub, turn on post notifications if you want to. Otherwise, just don't. But yeah, no.
I mean,
don't.
if you're NF1, you're almost guaranteed to be pressing that button because
You're
Sure.
guaranteed.
You already know.
guaranteed.
Bye-bye.
People to people.